Hello, my name is Christine Barker. I am the Training and Product Manager for Results Software. Today's session is on inactive measures. So we're going to talk about some of the ways to help you manage your inactive measures. The first piece of information is that we have an inactive symbol for any measures that you have flipped to inactive. And it's the little symbol here that's right before the measure code. So throughout the software, you'll see this symbol used anytime you have an inactive measure. So that helps me when I'm scanning a list to know which ones I have gone ahead and made inactive. Let's talk about flipping a measure to an inactive. So I want to go ahead, I have measure 2 here. I want to go ahead and make that an inactive measure. So to do that, I can, I'm going to be under Admin, Manage Maps. I find that measure. I'm the admin, so I can go ahead and flip that. The measure owner, if they were to go into that measure under, say, My Data, Edit Measure, they can also get to the field to flip it. So I'm going to go ahead and hit Edit. And the inactive active is about partway down. So I'm going to keep scrolling down here, right here for active and inactive. So I'm going to go ahead and flip it to an inactive, and then I'm going to go ahead and hit Save. You'll see here, though, that the system scans the database. So if any of your measure is in a measure group, okay, so grouping that you've set up for your organization, it will scan it and notify you that by flipping it to inactive, it now gets removed from these groups because only active measures can be in groups. So I'm going to go ahead and say yes. Okay, and now it is removed from those groups. So that is, if I go to my training map list, I will now see that measure 2 has the inactive symbol. Okay. Let's talk about, though, that you're the admin and you want to just get a list of all your inactive measures. We have added that in the top level search. Okay, I get a little training reminder there that I can go ahead and do that by clicking into the search box and do hashtag. I'm going to go ahead and do inactive and hit the search button. Okay, and you'll see here that I will now get a tab, a third tab, listing all my inactive measures. So across my whole database, I have 37 measures that are inactive. And I can go ahead and look at those in list and chart view. Okay, you'll see here, again, if I hover over that it gives me that indicator that they're inactive. If I want to go ahead and look at the chart view, okay, go ahead and do that, and the symbol is right there. It does not, if once the measure is inactive, I am no longer allowed to edit refresh the chart date range, or I cannot go ahead and add any additional data. Okay, so if you need to take a look at all the historical data, you need to flip it back to active, and then you can go ahead and adjust the range. You'll see that if I go ahead and try to open this measure up further, I will get a notification that that's unauthorized to see the administrators. Measures can be reactivated under Admin Manage Maps. So where I originally was, right here, Manage Maps. Okay, so if I want to go back to, say, that measure 2 that I went ahead and made inactive, I can go back to the original starting point, go into it and hit edit here. Okay, so once a measure is inactive, the only individual that can make it active again is either the admin or a power user for that map. So I'm going to go ahead and hit active. And now I can go ahead and to view the chart and adjust the date range if I need to, or I can edit values or any of the normal functions that a measure owner or data steward would do. Okay, a couple other rules about inactive measures. So related to projects and presentations and even groups. So only active measures can be in a group, okay, projects or presentations. But say you have a project, okay, where the measure was active and now you have flipped it. You'll get an indicator there that the measure is inactive. So if I go ahead and click here on the inactive, you'll see here that it's now flipped to inactive. So we'll keep the historical relationship that this project has measures related to it, but they have since been deactivated. The same applies to presentations. If I go ahead and I have created a presentation and the measure is now inactive, you'll see here that when I go ahead under edit the presentation, inactive, that I will get the indicator that the measure that this page is related to is inactive, and you'll see the little symbol there. So we've tried to populate any places that the measures will appear, will have that inactive symbol. So again, inactive measures are not eligible for groups, projects, or presentations, but if you have an old project or an old presentation that is complete, we still retain that relationship. If you have any questions about inactive measures, please do not hesitate to reach out to me, Christine Barker at massingenuity.com. Thank you.